All right, folks, coming back at you. Guess what? It's that time of year again. Busch Gardens 2026 Food and Wine opening weekend. Today is Saturday, and it is packed out. And this is April, so one thing you're going to want to think about, if you're on vacation, of course, Saturdays are going to always be packed out. So unless you get here early, but it's going to be busy. Look at it's already busy. I usually get preferred parking. They didn't have any left today, and I have a platinum membership. So that's the other thing too with your memberships for Food and Wine. You always get a free sample. You'll get 2 free samples with the platinum membership. Right now, that's only on the weekends until they do it all week long. And this will go through the first part of June. I'll put it down. I'll let it scroll across the bottom. It's from April 23rd through June, middle of June. So anyway, Food and Wine. What we're going to do today, I'm just going to go to each little area of Food and Wine, show you what the menu looks like for the different areas, the price of the little punch cards you can get, which has gone up. But let's do Food and Wine. Let's check out the different countries, see what they're offering. And I have some. I got my free samples, so let's try some. Let's head on in. All right, folks, we're coming out of London. We're going right out. First one we're going to come up to should be, if I remember, I believe Virginia. Yep, Virginia is always going to be straight ahead. This is going to be over by, going towards Loch Ness, over where you get on the train in at Scotland. So let's check out Virginia, and we'll also see if they have the prices of what the samplers can be. So let's see what Virginia has to offer. We get discounts. Okay, so here we go, and you see the lines are long already. Okay, so there's your samplers. So for 10 items, it's $70. 15 is $90. So yeah, they definitely have gone up in price. But anyway, here's Virginia, and here's what they're offering. The crab cake slider is not too bad. That actually looked like that went up in price. And then there's a jalapeno and cheddar hush puppy, apple crisp. Again, there's your beers and all your drinks. So that'll give you a little idea. That's Virginia. So that's Virginia, folks. First thing in. It looks like prices went up a little bit. I remember when I first started, the sampler started for 10 was like 50. It's now up to 70. But we were just at Flower and Garden in Disney World, and they do their little booth. And when you about the same price, maybe a little less, and the food was way better and better portions. So Busch Gardens could do better. I see if I can slip that into my video. But anyway, there's Virginia. First stop, coming into Busch Gardens. Let's go see if there's anything over by Loch Ness. Sometimes there is. All right, folks. So there was nothing by Loch Ness. So Virginia was the first little Food and Wine booth that you could check out. We're gonna head towards. We're heading over here towards Pompeii area by Sesame Street. This is going to be going towards Italy area, and we'll see what's over there. Now, as we're walking, I'm going to show you the crowd right now. This is over by Pompeii. Doesn't even look like it's running. What's new? Pompeii not even running on a nice day like today. But you'll see the crowds, how busy it is right now. But yeah, there's Pompeii is open, but it's not running right now. So obviously nothing good. And there you go. Over here by Pompeii, you got some drinks and refreshers over here. So there you go. Okay, folks, so they do look like they're testing it right now. They're probably going to be getting it open, but it hasn't been open yet today. But Pompeii is glitchy. Sometimes it breaks down. They have to wait. But right now, it looks like they're getting it ready to start. Nobody's really in line yet. But anyway, Pompeii is open, folks. And you can thank Steeler Wayne for that. He mentioned that a few weeks ago. They're getting it all prepped and ready. So anyway, let's head to the next food and wine booth. Okay, folks, and as we walk through, you're going to notice from the last time I was here, we got, now the trees have bloomed, there's green, there's shade, flowers are out. So yeah, we're in the part of the year where Busch Gardens is beautiful. We got greenery, color. But as we come up from Pompeii, now I know there's some new ones this year. This might be a new one. Let's check it out. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, this one is turkey. So I believe this one's new this year. I believe turkey is new this year. And let's take a look what they got. Okay, that's not bad. As the people are screaming. Beef and lamb, doner, kebab. There you go, folks. Drinks. Turkey right over here by that ride. Now let's head up towards this way and see what we got. If you can even hear me. There's Rita's, which is always refreshing. So right up, there it is. I was gonna say right around the corner by the teacups. We usually have something, and we do have China. So let's go check out China's booth over here. Over here by Pantheon, the teacups, and to see what they got. All right. So we got China. Looks like they got a few good things on there. Not too shabby. Drinks, of course. So there you go. China over here. And there's Tempesto, it's not running. Now, what I always say is if you have your free sample, use it on the drinks. And then use your membership on the food. Now, the drinks for the sample are going to be smaller, obviously, but at least it's free. And you're not paying a big chunk of dough just to have a drink. That's how I do it. I use my free samples on the drinks and then use my discount for the actual food part of it. So anyway, that's a little tidbit I like to pass on. That seems to work pretty good. But we're gonna walk this way. We're gonna head back towards Roman Rapids, see if there's any booths back that way. All right, folks. So nothing over by Roman Rapids. No food, wine. Oh, Tempesto is running. Right behind me. There you go. But anyway, over here in Festa Italia, looks like the only one you're going to have is China for a booth. If you're looking for the booths and things. So far we've hit 3. We're going to go back past Turkey into Italy, see what we got down over there. All right, one thing I forgot to mention before, you're going to notice behind me, see, it says 0.5. They actually have little mileage signs in here, so you know how far around the park you've gone. So that's probably a half a mile from the entrance. So throughout the park, you'll see those little, right there. You'll see those throughout the park. It shows you how far you've gone. So we're heading into Italy now, and we'll see what they got over there. But I always like the area over here. It's always peaceful and nice. But we should have Italy coming up right here. All right, folks, we're coming into Italy. Now, if it's like normal all the other years, it's going to be like the meatballs. I think it's going to be meatballs, and I always forget what the other one is, but let's just check it out. This will be the Italy booth. Yeah. There you go, there's Italy. And if I remember, let's see what the meatballs and something else is. So there you go. You got the giant, oh, see, that even went up in price. I don't think it was that much last year. Caesar salad, that's new. I don't remember seeing Caesar salad. Bruschetta, lemon red, the cake, and then obviously the drinks again. So yeah, prices have gone up some. So, like I said, definitely use your free voucher on these. But that's definitely gone up in price since last year. And those are giant meatballs. I will tell you that. So yeah, wow, the prices have gone up a little bit for everything. So hey, it is what it is, I guess. But anyway, let's head. We're heading out of this area. We're going to head over towards Oktoberfest, Germany. See what we got over that way for. Food and wine. So far, we've seen 4, and Turkey wasn't. Maybe Turkey was there last year. I can't remember. But anyway, we've seen 4. Let's head to Oktoberfest. Here's the picturesque bridge, and it looks like the river boats are going for the boats. So they're open. It's a nice little ride. It's peaceful and relaxing. And then you got Verbolten over there, not open yet, but it will be soon. But we'll check it out as we walk by, see what the signage looks like. But you can see how crowded it is right now. All right, folks, here's Verbolten that they're revamping. And I think they're just adding some inside stuff to make it a little bit more exciting. But anyway, here's some food and wine. Iceland's Freeze. Let's see what they got. Here's like our little refresher booth. Let's see kind of. Okay, so they got some stuff over here. Not too bad. Definitely got the frozen cocktails. You know, I might have to try one of those just for the heck of it with my free sampler. But there's a little idea what that is. But you see the line, everybody needs something refreshing today. But yeah, I might try my little free sample on one of the drinks. All right, folks, so I went with the Iceland's refreshing drinks with my sampler, free food and wine sampler. That's how big it is. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad for a free sample, but I got the Bahama Mama. So let's try it out and see what it's like. Not bad. Definitely can taste the rum in it. But yeah, for the sample size, free, not too shabby. And I'm not paying 15 bucks for it, that's for sure. But it is a little bigger than this. It's like an 8-ounce cup. This is probably like a 5, or it might be a 10-ounce. But anyway, for a free sample, not bad. But that's how I would do your free samples. So as we head up, we're gonna drink this as we're heading towards Germany. Nothing over here by Fest House. Or Festhaus, however you want to say it, as far as any food stuff. But there is another drink one right here. Let's check this one out right by the Dark Coaster. This one's always been here, but they must have different drinks for the food and wine going on. All right, folks, this is right over by Dark Coaster. Let's see what they got here.
We're gonna go to the next ride. We're gonna push you.
Ooh, a beer cheese dip. That looks interesting. Chocolate tart bourbon. All right, there's all your drinks, and there's your little treats. So, not the Bark Castle. Over here by Dark Coaster, which is at 65 minutes right now. So let's head this way into Oktoberfest, Germany. Actually, more Germany. Or this is Oktoberfest we're in, but we'll head towards Germany. See what they got over there. Now, if it's like normal, usually Jamaica was over here, but this looks different. Okay, this is new. Actually, this used to be Jamaica. This is now Puerto Rico stand. So let's see what their food is. So this is good. This is a new one this year, Puerto Rico. If you can roll your R's, Puerto Rico. And let's go find out what their food and beverages are. Let's take a look. Okay, so that's Puerto Rico we got. But is that pricey this year? Ceviche. I mean, that looks like some good stuff, but the prices are definitely higher. So I don't know. I might be using my sampler on a lot of these. I mean, they do look good though, but anyway, there's Puerto Rico, folks. Over here by the LOD, Land of Dragons. And going into Germany. over by the Sky Tram. So there's another one. That's a new one this year. All right, folks, over here by the sculpture of the fountain here. But yeah, Puerto Rico is new, so that looks like a delicious one. Prices are a little up, but still working on my Bahama Mama, which is actually pretty good right now. But anyway, let's wander through, get you some more booths, so you can kind of get the lay of the land when you come down, and we'll go from there. All right, folks, here's the walk I was telling you about. So it's 1.5 miles of walking throughout the park with 11 inclines. So yeah, you'll definitely get your walk in if you do that. So it's a good little exercise, 1.5 miles, but you'll see the mile markers as you walk. And then here's one right over here. Let's take a look. This must be a mile. Yep. There's your mile marker right there. All right, so let's head into Germany and see what food and wine they got over there. Actually, that was my mistake. We already came through Germany, and they had Puerto Rico, so we're going to New France right now, and I'm gonna check that out. Also, you have the summer concert that's going to be going on tonight. Is the Beach Boys will be playing here, so it's probably going to be a crowded one tonight. In the concert series, it's an all right lineup, but tonight I bet tonight will be a full one. Almost done with the Bahama Mama, and for the little sample, they do make it strong. I feel relaxed right now. So anyway, let's head into New France and see what they got. All right, folks, coming up into New France, we got Brazil, and there it is. As usual, there's Brazil. Brazil always has some good stuff. I think they have the brats, the churrasco. But yeah, see, man, I'm gonna keep saying it. Prices have gone up. But anyway, there's your menu for the Brazil. I mean, they do have some good stuff, but it's getting a little pricey. So I don't know if you know, if you get the sampler, will you even get your money's worth? Probably. You probably will, but prices have definitely gone up around here. This is getting a little ridiculous. So, like I said, if you got your free samples, use those. Chef House is always a good one. But yeah, let's walk through New France here as Griffin is coming through the water. You'll see it spray. Yep, there it goes. Let's see if over here they should have another booth. And this one usually has like the desserts and stuff over here. Oh, look at that bubble machine. So let's see what they got over here. This one's Poland. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Let's see what Poland's got. Okay, so they have a kielbasa. Pierogies. Alright, not bad. There's Poland for you. Right over here by Griffin, New France. Or France if you want to say it. So far, and that's where you're going for the concerts. There's one side you can go in, the other side's over here. And like I said, Beach Boys is tonight. As we come out of France, going in towards Ireland, if, like usual, there should be, Mexico should be up here. Mexico's always usually pretty good. And there comes the train. Let's get the train going by, shall we? All right, folks, let's wave at the train as it goes on by. The German one today. Let's see how many people we can get to wave. We got a few people waving, not too many. Yep, there we go. We got some right there. There they go. There you go, folks. There's the train. So So let's head up this way, and I believe Mexico should be right up here. Yep, Mexico. Let's go take a look. Mexico is busy. Look at that line. But here's the Mexico treats. Okay, that's better. That's about what the prices used to be. So interesting. Very nice. Over here we should have a margarita stand if it's similar to last year. Yep, there's the margaritas. And they usually have pretty good ones. The margaritas are pretty good here, but look at the line. Everybody wants a margarita. Let's take a look at the prices if we can get up there close enough. Let's take a look. Yes, I'm going to be weird. So there's your prices of the margaritas. The prickly pear is actually pretty good when I had it last time. But there you go. Margaritas over here by Mexico, which kind of makes sense. Now we're going to be heading into Ireland. Let's check it out. Alright folks, as we come up, it looks like we're back to Hawaii. It sounds like Hawaii, it looks like Hawaii. There's a tiki bar. Yep, we're back to Hawaii. What we liked was the spam musubi. Let's see if they still have that. Last year they took it away. Yeah, see? No more spam musubi, but here's all your other drinks and goodies. So there you go. Over here at Hawaii, coming into Ireland. Alright, we're coming down to the nitty-gritty for the food, wine, booths. We're now coming into Ireland. I see Africa is up here. I want to say it was here last year. It might be another new one. But when I put the link in, you'll see which ones are new, which ones are not. But let's go check Africa out in Ireland and see what the menu has to say. All right, folks, Africa. Let's check it out. Not a big line for this one, so interesting. Hawaii seemed to be the biggest so far, and the margaritas, and Mexico. But there's Africa, and there's their menu. Oh yeah, that was here last year because I remember the peri peri chicken is always sold out. But there you go, give you a little glimpse of the food and wine here at Africa. Over here by Ireland, by Finnegan's Flyers, and Pot O' Gold. So some good stuff. There you go, folks. We completed the loop. We're back at Virginia, where we started 1.5 miles of checking the food and wine. Filming myself. I think that guy was trying to get on camera. But anyway, we're back to the beginning. So there you go. It gives you a little glimpse of what's here this year at Food and Wine. Remember, use your free samples. Enjoy. Saturdays are going to be crowded, remember. And Food and Wine. Back at Busch Gardens. Enjoy. See you on the next adventure.